Hey, what's up guys? LegalBro here. Today we're breaking down the Trump arraignment. Let's get into it.
Former President Donald Trump pleaded not guilty to 34 felony count of falsifying business records on April 4th, marking the first criminal charges for any former U.S. president.
So first things first, as you'll remember from my last video, Trump's indictment was when the grand jury found enough probable cause to bring this case forward. And what does it mean for Trump to be arraigned in federal court? It means that he flies all the way up there to Manhattan, the Southern District of New York, and he stands in court or sits. And as he's sitting in court, the court says, yes, here's what you've been charged with. And how do you plead? Right? Not guilty. Pretty straightforward. Imagine you're at the sausage factory. They've already ground up the beef. They're just slinging on the casings and now they're sliding it down the conveyor belt. It's going to be very similar. The law is very, very formulaic in criminal proceedings, indictment, arraignment, and so forth.
The charges stem from hush money payments made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election, and Trump's culpability will likely hinge on the purpose of that payment. Falsifying business records in New York is a misdemeanor, but it can become a felony when there is an intent to defraud that includes an intent to commit, aid, or conceal another crime.
So there you have it, folks. The falsifying of a business record is only a misdemeanor, but what Alvin Bragg has been able to do, some would say Alvin Bragg is, plugging the holes on the Titanic, right? Trying to keep the walls from caving in. But what he's trying to do is he's linking up all of these things that could be additional crimes that Trump was trying to cover up, which would then increase this misdemeanor to a felony. 34 counts, right? Over 100 years in federal prison. I mean, come on, man. Is this what we do to our political opponents? I don't know, but here we are.
District Attorney Alvin Bragg has alleged that Trump falsified business records to hide the payment and to cover up an illegal catch-and-kill scheme to influence the election.
The participant scheme was illegal. The scheme violated New York election law, which makes it a crime to conspire to promote a candidacy by unlawful means. The $130,000 wire payment exceeded the federal campaign contribution cap.
Very interesting. Michael Cohen is the one that gave the wire, right? The wire to Stormy Daniels for $130,000 was done by President Trump's former attorney, now convicted felon, Michael Cohen. So there's some falsifying of business records. What Alvin Bragg is saying is that Trump classified these as legal expenses, and really they should have been classified as something else. Whereas obviously Trump's defense is going to be, well, it's true. It was paid to reimburse my attorney, and my attorney's the one that made the payment to Stormy. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. What do you think about that? Who do you agree with? I just want to be able to clarify because I want you all to be able to pick a side.
And the false statements in AMI's books violated New York law.
Bragg's indictment lists 34 separate instances of alleged misconduct by Trump. Each felony count carries a maximum sentence of 4 years. But even if convicted, legal experts have suggested it is unlikely that Trump would face jail time as a first-time offender with no criminal record and a 2024 presidential candidate.
Now, look, even though Trump has been involved in more lawsuits than any federal court in the country can handle, and even though he's filed for bankruptcy protection and done all of these things, this is the first time that he's been involved in any sort of criminal misconduct, so therefore he would be a first-time offender. Here we have John Edwards, obviously another candidate for president back in 2012.
In a similar hush money case in 2012, former presidential candidate John Edwards was acquitted on one count, and the jury failed to reach a verdict on 5 other charges. Trump has denied the alleged affair with Daniel and dismissed the charges after his arraignment hearing in New York.
Now remember, John Edwards was a little bit of a different case, right? John Edwards, if my memory serves correct, was John Edwards having a child out of wedlock and trying to cover up some of this infidelity, and then I believe it was paid allegedly by a donor, right? A little bit different from Trump's scenario. Trump is saying that his attorney is the one that took care of this, that it was reimbursed by Trump, and that basically there was nothing more here than Trump trying to save embarrassment for, his family and his wife and his kids. I don't know.
As it turns out, virtually everybody that has looked at this case, including rhinos and even hardcore Democrats, say there is no crime and that it should never have been brought.
One thing's for sure, folks. If anybody can take 34 felony counts in the Southern District of New York off the chin and turn it into a little magic, it'll be Donald Trump. Whether or not this is going to divide the country even further remains to be seen. My guess is it will. But if you like this content and you want to see more of it, give us a like and subscribe below. Let us know in the comments section. What's your theory? Do you think that Trump did this unlawfully? Do you think that Trump was trying to save his family's name and save embarrassment to his family? Do you want to see other videos related to the Trump indictment, or maybe some other politicians or celebrities that have been embroiled? Let me know. LegalBro out.